Okay, during this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to record audio, but at the same time, I'm going to teach you how to play an instrument along with a metronome, and I'm going to teach you how to do that so that your beats and your strums line up with the beats and the marks in the software, in the BandLab software. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new song, and I'm going to use voice/mic. Because whilst we're not recording voice as such, we're recording using the microphone and we're capturing the guitar sound. We're not using this one because that requires another piece of kit. We're just going to be using the microphone that's inbuilt into your laptop or perhaps the one that you're using in your headset or headphones. So I'll go ahead and click that. Now you can see straight away that the computer is picking up my voice and it's coming up on the meter here. Across on the left-hand side, you can switch the microphone that it's using. I happen to have an external microphone at the moment, this blue Snowball. If you're using a headset, the microphone for that might come up here. Also, if you're using AirPods or something like that that have a microphone inbuilt, that will come up. So you can choose which microphone you want to use there. Here's the track that we're going to be using. Up here is the metronome icon. I can click that to enable the metronome and it turns green. I can also click this little drop-down menu to get some options around my metronome. So 120 is the speed, that's 120 beats per minute. I can change that a number of ways. I can use the plus and minus to sort of slow it down and speed it up. I can tap the speed I want in here, and it will come up with the current speed I'm tapping at. For this one, I want 80, so I'm just going to go ahead and make it a nice slow 80. I suggest you start this exercise off slow, especially if you've never played music to a metronome before. So 80 is nice and slow, and that'll work for me. It's using the default sound. I can hit play, and I can hear that sound now. You can change it if you want. Okay, really doesn't matter as long as you can follow it. And then there's this count in duration. That is how many bars it clicks or pings for before it actually starts recording. You want at least 1 bar just to get yourself organized. I'm going to leave it on 2 because it gives me just plenty of time to think about what I'm going to do. Click away. Notice that that's dropped down to 80 BPM now, so the tempo that's displayed there. I've got my normal bar lines. I might do 8 bars. So I'll come right through and I should finish right at the end of the 8th bar, which is actually right up against the 9th. And that's because it's the end of the 8th bar. Have a quick practice here. All right, so I think I'm ready to go. I could hit play and just hear the speed and have a practice. Yeah, I think I'm ready to go. So go back to the start and then I hit record for my 2 bars count in. Okay, and there it is. And I should be able to play that back now and hear how I went. All right, that sounds pretty good. So one thing you might notice there is that you can hear the metronome in the recording. I'll play it again and see if you can hear the metronome there. The reason you can hear the metronome is because I've got the sound coming out of my speakers, and then the microphone's recording not just me playing the guitar, but it's also recording the metronome sound coming out of the speakers as well. If you want to avoid that, what you need to do is put some headphones on. They can be your AirPods, they can be your headphones with the microphone in them, but the microphone won't be able to hear the metronome sound because that's only coming out of the speakers that are in or up to your ears, and then you won't get the metronome sound there. You might also notice that if we turn the metronome on, we'll play that and see how that sounds. It gives you an idea of how accurate you are playing to the beat. That sounded pretty good, but you'll notice that the tick on the recording and the tick coming out from the metronome in the program is just slightly different. That can happen. Probably the best way to listen to the playback is to turn the metronome off. Unless you've got no metronome in your track and you want to see how accurate you are, in which case you'd leave it on. Anyway, that is recording an instrument into BandLab. Good luck.